KFC is a worldwide brand known for their 11 herbs and spices, the copious amounts of grease that would put any Reddit moderator to shame, and the founder / mascot himself, Colonel Sanders. DC has decided to serve us up a 3-piece combo of comic books, featuring the Colonel himself. What's up, Doc? I'm Pug's buddy. Today, we're dipping our hands into the bucket and feasting on the 3-piece that DC had served up. From the Colonel Corps to the Great Zinger Crisis, and even being inducted into the Lantern Corps as an honorary Lantern, let's sink our teeth into these crispy chicken comics. Kentucky Fried Chicken presents The Colonel of Two Worlds, starring The Flash and Colonel Sanders. That's it, you Kentucky Fried phony. We're gonna settle this my way, the hard way. You finger-lickin' fool. The easy way is the only way. Two colonels? How can this be? Find out in a stunning adventure like no other. Central City Fairgrounds. Well, meeting here seems appropriate, considering what a joke we've become. It's gone from bad to worse for us rogues. Can't catch a break against the Flash, not to mention we're flat broke. That's why you've gotta meet this guy. I'm telling you, Captain Cold, he's our ticket to the gravy train. Literally. What are you talking about, Mirror Master? Come see for yourself. What? Relax, buddy. I told him all about you. Told who? Remember when we got invaded by those capes from Earth 3? You know, the world where up is down, wrong is right, and there's an opposite version of everyone? Well, someone just crossed over from that universe, and he wants to join us rogues. The evil Superman? The bad Green Lantern? Are you telling me we'll finally have enough muscle to take over the world? Not exactly. Well, howdy, son. Y'all getting tired of feeling like the world's done plucked you over? Well, my name's Colonel Sunder, and have I got a hot deal for you. 1 month later. Earth 3, you said. Criminal genius, you said. Does this look like the place to launch an empire of crime? I know. Teaming up with him seemed like a good idea at first, but I have yet to see your anti-colonel put any effort into anything. Certainly not this food. Well, he talked the good game, and I figured Colonel Sanders is such a success in our world. Guess I'm just a sucker for that whole twisted reflection thing. Hey, tell your boss we're here. Who the heck are you? The new henchman. Who do you think? Welcome, gentlemen. I see you've already met my partners. What's going on here, Sunder? You post an ad on the hench list? The hench list? Something like that. Oh my god, he really did post an ad. I'm Colonel Sunder and I sell cheap chicken. Maybe don't taste good, but it's easy pickings. It fills your belly, and that's all that matters. Forget Kentucky, easy makes you gladder. This has got to stop. That jackleg is carpetbagging my whole public image. Maybe this is that identity theft nonsense I keep hearing about. Well, I'm not letting some easy fried phony make a mockery of everything Harlan Sanders stands for. Mind the store, Jennifer. Where are you going, Colonel? Gotta shake a tick off my coattails. Central City Bank. Everyone on the floor now. And over the money. What things are gonna get real ugly real fast. Ah! It's okay, everyone. Just stay put. I'll have these idiots out of here before you can say fastest man alive. Wow, the Flash looks extremely evil. For a minute I thought we were still on Earth 3 or something. Green Lantern, what are you doing here? On patrol, Flash. Same as you. I'm sure you noticed the 400% spike in crime in this area, ever since that place went up. Make sure you get these guys tucked in at the county jail. I'll check out that chicken joint. Wait a minute. Is that who I think it is? Colonel Sanders. It's an honor to meet you, sir. I wouldn't go in there if I were you. I got a feeling it might not be safe. Real quick, you're gonna learn that every superhero looks up to and absolutely loves the Colonel. Like almost every single one of them. Oh, I ain't here for the food, son. But surely you have more important business. Ain't nothing more important than a man's honor. Nicely done, gentlemen. At this rate, we'll open a new franchise by winter. That's it? That's your master plan? Bank heist? Muggings? Burglaries? Kinda small time for the rogues, don't you think? Yes, Sunder. With your Earth 3 powers, shouldn't we be able to take over the world? Sounds like an awful lot of work, boys. Y'all go ahead with the conquering. Drop me a line when the world is ours. You there! You freckless fry cook, you copycat and cuss. I'm the real Colonel Sanders and I demand satisfaction. Satisfaction? Good luck finding that here. My food's fast, cheap, and easy, yes. But satisfying? I don't know how you stole my good looks, but you got none of my know-how. At my restaurants, we freshly prepare our chicken, and my secret blend of 11 herbs and spices beats anything you're using. My chicken's hand-breaded and pressure-fried. Sure, there's easier ways, but none better. But I can see this is all going over your head, so here's something you'll understand. What? I love that our Colonel Sanders just chooses violence. Auto defenses activate. Colonel, I'll just get the customers out. I'll handle this my way. The hard way. My nugget guns failed, but the pink slime ray will stop you. Tricks and gimmicks. That's all you are. It's easy to prosper by trickeries and lies, but you've only built a house in quicksand. And the clock ticks. The easy way gets harder. And the hard way always wins. The Colonel's ripping off his pink covered suit to reveal another suit. I love that. But get this, old man's tough as nails. Hell, why aren't you fighting? You're not worth it, Sunder. Even I know a colonel outranks a captain. You people are crazy. I'm going back to Earth 3 where things make sense. That's right, you cuss. Better tuck and run. I'm Colonel Sanders and I'll end your thieving, cause you make it easy to kick your teeth in. Do they both just, is that a thing Colonel Sanders does? Did he always break out in song? Later. Thanks for indulging an old man's request, Flash. But after everything that's happened, I just had to show these two misguided souls what an honest meal tastes like. You said a mouthful there, Captain. There's no denying the hard way is the best way. And before my very eyes, I witnessed history almost be made. You know, Colonel, the Justice League could use a man like you. Maybe when I retire. You two enjoy your last meal as free men. After this, it's back to Iron Heights Penitentiary. Now wait a minute, son. I may have a better idea. 1 week later. Since they hadn't actually hurt anyone, I figured the Colonel had the right idea. This I've gotta see. Flash, Green Lantern, welcome to KFC. Our friends are working off their debt to society. How those drinks coming, Captain? Icy cold and ready to go. Windows are spotless, Colonel. If I didn't see it, I wouldn't believe it. Just call it Kentucky Fried Justice, or KFJ. And that's the end of the Colonel of Two Worlds. On to the next story. Okay, so before we go to the next story, I actually want to go over this diagram of the Colonel's I guess artillery. You got his inspection spectacles, which just gives him x-ray vision, and it features a HUD display, so it's like a mix of Superman's powers with Iron Man's technology. It allows to seek out empty stomachs with it. That shit's worth $3 million. His facial hair is Van Dyke style, also worn by a city playboy Oliver Queen. $200. Ribbon tie. Dapper and stylish, could be detached to tie up criminals who choose the easy way. $9.99. Gravy pen. The Colonel's highly specialized fountain pen supplies fans with tasty autographs and dresses up mashed taters. $85,000? My god. Infinity Pocket Square. This light-absorbing handkerchief made by Star Labs has the ability to fold space, keeping it forever clean. It's infinity dollars. The bucket, the ancient symbol of the Colonel's culinary might. Its price might vary. The breading basket, Forge of Intertron to maintain hand breading integrity under even the highest fryer pressure. $750,000. Freshly prepared chicken. The first ingredient to keeping crime fighters full of tender, flaky, original recipe fried chicken with its secret blend of 11 herbs and spices. The chicken don't have a price, and the spices are not for sale. And these are apparently the 11 secrets of the Colonel's power, which in turn means that the hard way is 11 herbs and spices. He's got a poultry ring handed down by generations of heroes. The gem will glow when he's in proximity to the devotees of the easy way. It's got a very specific price. $66,980.99. Chronometer? It takes 27 minutes to prepare the world's best fried chicken, and this mother box, oh my god, it's a mother box. And this mother box base watch keeps accurate time up to 52 universes. Also features an alarm for crisis events. $50 million. That's actually not a bad price for a godlike item from DC, one of the most important items at that. And then is Cane. Useful as both a mobility aid and a defensive weapon. Features a hidden button to remotely activate any deep fryer. $800. Okay, so this is the Colonel of Prime Earth, and I didn't realize his arsenal was so vast and powerful. Now we can actually move on to the next story. Kentucky Fried Chicken presents the Colonel Corps. Somebody call a Colonel? Oh my god, dude. I have to censor this one, dude. Oh my god. That is just disturbing. So, in that universe where the Colonel is a chicken, do they serve Kentucky Fried Humans or something? The KFH? Earth 3, the evil twin one. I've had it up to here with Harlan Sanders and his holier-than-thou hard way. The hard way, Colonel Sanders' creed and the secret to success. Marie. It's getting so I can't make an easy buck without him sticking his beak into my business. I only hope my new partner has the brains to turn my luck around. Colonel Sanders and Colonel Sunder first met in the classic KFC. I don't even need to read that, you know that actually. Colonel Sunder, someone claiming to be your, cousin is here to see you. Must be a whole nother branch of the family tree. Well, well, speak of the devil. Send him in, darling. Send him in. Earth 1, the one we live on. And then my doggone doppelganger led some of my restaurants to cut corners and take the easy way. Yes, sir. Your battle with Colonel Sunder are front page news at the Daily Planet. So there's a continuity issue right there. There's a continuity issue right there. Colonel Sanders is actually 6 feet tall, and I'm pretty sure that's Jimmy Olsen, who's supposed to be 5'10". But the comics make us think that Colonel Sanders is actually a short king. Just a little bit more of that Kentucky Fried continuity. Well, you can tell your readers I'm back to making things right. I'm retraining all my cooks, improving customer service, and making dang sure every bucket is Colonel quality guaranteed. Sounds like quite an undertaking. Oh, it's a way of life, I'm calling it. The recolonization of Earth. Oh my god. So this is like foreshadowing because in the next issue, it's gonna go far beyond Earth. That laugh. It's him. Colonel. Feeling kinda woozy. Colonel, can you hear me? Is he okay? What happened? I don't know. He just sort of blacked out. Let us through, folks. Sit up, Colonel. You'll be fine in just a minute. Who in the heck are you? What's with the get-up? Colonel Arla Sanders of Earth 11 at your service. My friend is the Flash, the fastest gal alive. Not another version of me. Listen, Arlen, this is important. Can you remember your secret recipe? Well, of course I can. The first ingredient is, all my stars and garters. I can only remember the second of my 11 herbs and spices. Same here, but all I remember is the first ingredient. I was inspecting my new store this morning when that black-suited rascal ambushed me. You mean Colonel Sunder, our finger-lickin' foe? Okay, if I remember one ingredient and you remember another, the other colonels on other worlds will know the rest. That's why the Flash brought me here on her cosmic treadmill. We found a Colonel Flash friend in almost every reality. So I've tried to set my treadmill to home in on other Flashes, which ought to lead us to the other versions of you. Then let's get cracking. We've got 9 more of me to find. Let's go recolonize the multiverse. Holy shit, dude. He started with the Earth, then the multiverse. Earth 19, the steampunk one. Hey, somebody help me. He's after me. The Flash is after me. Yes, you ain't. Guess again, you thieving gutter riot. Wait, hold on, I gotta do a better voice. Detective Colonel Harlan Sanders, Gotham City Police Force. Hard case Harlan. Best boy, don't make me tenderize you. That's straight up police brutality. He's beating him with a drumstick. Hate to interrupt your work, big fella, but you and I should have a word. Earth 22, the Kingdom Come one. I admire you, Colonel L. Every other local restaurant sold out to that hokey pokey Planet Krypton franchise. But you've built something special here. Planet Krypton. It's all flash and no substance. If you'll pardon the expression, they just don't much care about quality. I built this place from the ground up, Wally. I've worked too hard to give up now. Now that there sounds like my kind of cooking. Earth 51, the post-apocalyptic one. What are you wearing? Fell in some old ruins, Colonel. Belonged to an ancient speed god or hero or something.
Well, it suits you, Barry Allen. Tell me more once you finish your mashed potato and green beans. Bon appetit!
You know this is my favorite restaurant in the whole wasteland. Pretty sure it's the only one. And thanks again for scrounging up real taters. Y'all mind if I sample that gravy?
What the bop?
We need your help, my plucky friend. If only that chicken knew the true might of the Colonel. I would not trust him for a second if I was him. The 31st century, home of the Super Legion of Superheroes. Hey, Colonel lad, catching up on a batch of your famous fried chicken?
I'm trying, Bart.
You know, it's the one thing I actually slow down to eat. Then you'd best get Brainiac 5 down here to reboot my memory. Because no matter what I try, I can't seem to recreate my ancient secret recipe. Send that batch to the Legion of Substitute Heroes.
Great Grandpa Harlan?
I reckon so, give or take 1,000 years. Now hop aboard. The future of fried chicken depends on us. Earth 29, the Bizarro one. Weird. The sign said closed, but they seem to be open for business.
Goodbye. Me, I'm taking your order now.
I'm running out of voices to do for each colonel. I'm trying to make them all southern, but I'm having a hard time. Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. This one's gonna need some extra recolonizing. The recolonization theme that's apparent throughout this is just crazy to me. I don't know. I think recolonization or colonization isn't the best term for this extremely white man to use. Jump City, Teen Titans Go universe.
Booyah! I love some fried chicken. Then dig in, Kid Flash. There's plenty to go around.
Thanks, Team Colonel. Ugh, this is not your best batch of chicken.
The sides are just fine. I don't know what went wrong, guys.
We'll fix that chicken together, young feller. Soon as we make 3 more quick stops.
And who are you? Didn't you hear him, Flash? He's the chicken of Airman.
The bleed. Nowhere around between realities. 3 colonels later. Thanks for inviting me. Couldn't have put the secret recipe back together on my own.
Pleasure having you, All-Star Colonel.
Whoa, nail it. The dingus bugs look like a Bronco.
Dog, Cowboy Saunders.
It's definitely not Soviet made. Feel free to walk, Comrade Sanders.
Now we can finally serve Sunder his just desserts.
Let's all stay focused on our enemy. How'd that lazy jackleg steal our memories anyway? Arla, my dear, we're fixing to find out. Earth 3, still a wretched hive of scum and villainy. We sure showed those Folsky fools like taking candy from a baby, which was my first job, by the way. What I don't get is why I still can't make my chicken taste like his. I followed the recipe exactly. Where'd we go wrong?
I did my part, Sunder. Without my mental powers, my simian psionics, you could never have mind-zapped our dim-witted doubles. So if you cannot cook the recipe I stole, do not blame Colonel Grodd.
Fine, but I'm blaming you for taking the term monkey suit way too literally.
Booyah! The Colonel has arrived!
You can steal our recipe, but not our dedication. Your recolonization starts now, Sunder.
Time to clean up the kitchen. Bah!
This time I shall make them forget everything. Zap 'em, Grodd.
This time we see you coming, Big Ape.
The easy way doesn't pay. I guarantee the quality of this butt kicking.
You're cock-a-doodle doomed. Don't teach you to mess with our memories.
We am finger-lickin' bad. Enough! You chicken fried clumps will pay for this indignity. Now, kneel before Grodd. No! Bizarro Sanders am laughing stock. How easily I drown your mashed potato minds in the grim gravy of your own worst nightmares. Fight 'em. Battle, my friends. Don't forget who you are.
They cannot fight their own shortcomings, Colonel. Now face your deepest fear.
A world where taking the easy way out at every turn makes you a spineless, worthless layabout.
A wasted life where you've accomplished nothing.
No, 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 no. You can't beat hard work with lies and tricks. Mine is a will that can't be broken. Colonel Corp, on your feet. These two nitwits can never understand what we share in common. Our uncompromising commitment to quality. Our rock-solid belief that the hard way is the only way. These morale anchors made us successful in every universe except this one. High time we fix that.
Can this be?
I should be stronger than you. There's a hint. At my KFC, the K stands for Krypton. Closing time. Whack. Ergo.
Haha. Lights out.
Justice is served, my friends. Then it's time we get back to our restaurants. And make sure customers across the multiverse get their chicken done right. Nicely said, Arla. Gotta admit, it puts a spring in my step knowing there are so many of us out there working harder than ever. You're all a credit to the uniform. May we never forget the Colonel's creed. The easy way does not pay, so heroes do it the hard way. If any of you yellow-bellied Colonel Sanders ripoffs ever try to talk over me again, I'm gonna fry you up just like I'm gonna do to Plucky. And that is the end of KFC's Crisis of Infinite Kernels. And I skipped over it last time because it really wasn't that important, or they weren't really that unique. There's a thing called the Mailbucket where Colonel Harlan Sanders gets messages from people around the world, most of them being like in the DC universe. And I was reading through a couple of them. I want to share a couple of these because a couple of these are insane, especially one of them. Hi Colonel, I'm a longtime reader, but this is my first letter. The Colonel of Two Worlds ended with the rogues working at one of your restaurants. I'm just wondering if they're still there. Eric from St. Louis. Hi Eric, glad you asked. Mr. Snart is still employed at my Central City location. He's worked his way up to night manager. He does seem to ask for a lot of time off though. Senders, does your restaurant serve bananas? G. Grod, Gorilla City. Dear Grod, sorry to disappoint you, friend. As the name suggests, we're a fried chicken restaurant. So this one is super unhinged or something. Like, this is crazy. Greetings, Mailbucketeers. I really enjoyed the Colonel's exploits so far. One thing troubles me though. We've yet to learn the Colonel's secret identity. Surely our chicken fried champion has one. It's just how these things work. Any plans to reveal it in a future issue? From Mr. Fanboy, San Diego, California. The Colonel's response is insane. I think there may be some confusion here. I am Harlan Sanders. I'm a real man. I was born in 1890, died in 1980. Then came back to recolonize my restaurants and have all these superhero adventures. This is all really happening. Go to a KFC, you'll see. What? He's just openly admitting he's dead. What is he implying here? What implications does this mean? He's dead, but he's back? He's immortal. Oh my god, he's a messiah. He's beyond comprehension. He's recolonizing life and death. It's more than just Earth and the multiverse and space. He's recolonizing life and death. And here's a picture of the El Paso, Texas crew for making the Colonel proud. They do everything the hard way. Pretty sweet if this is actually like the staff of a KFC. Maybe their chicken isn't like a greasy slop of mess like the KFC I've had. Now on to the third story of the trilogy. Green Lantern co-starring Colonel Sanders. It's finger-lickin', never again. So this cover has nothing to do with the actual story. But Kentucky Fried Chicken presents Across the Universe. Prepare to see Colonel Sanders become an honorary Green Lantern. Paris HQ, this is Mission Control. We've got a problem with Zinger 1. We've lost contact with the orbiter. Re-entry readings look unstable. Best case scenario, we're looking at a crash landing. Can the passengers survive that? So everyone seems worried in this office except these guys. They're all like smiling really big and just staring deadpan at the camera. They might be self-inserts. Well, that's not good. Hey look, someone's driving out there. It's him. It's the Colonel. He drove straight into the fire.
I'll punch the first guy who makes an extra crispy joke.
Wait, something's moving out there.
What are y'all gawking at? This ain't my first barbecue. You can let the folks at home know the capsule's passenger is A-OK. And if you don't want to take my word for it, take this.
A sandwich? That's what this was all about?
No, that's what this is all about. He's pointing at a man having an orgasm while he eats the sandwich, like his eyes are glazed over. My zinger sandwich is already famous around the world. I aim to make it universally famous. Now that we've test fried it into orbit, the zinger's gonna bring that kind of joy to more folks than ever before. I'd like to add that the zinger's journey to space and back couldn't have happened without my good friends at Ferris Aerospace. Meet their CEO, Carol Ferris, and her ace test pilot, Hal Jordan. Y'all be sure to mention what nice folks they are. Now go tell the world. So what exactly did you mean by universally famous? Hal, my boy, I'm glad you asked. See, I'm gonna need her help with that. Or rather, Green Lantern's help. I can't tell you how my life's changed since I met you in the Flash. Y'all showed me that there are other worlds, heck, other universes out there. I hear them crying out in hunger, Hal. It keeps me up at night. I want to launch my zingers to the furthest stars. I feel a powerful calling to bring them light and hope and spicy crunches satisfaction. But to do that, I'll need someone with friends in high places. Jordan, I knew you were the right man for the job. Every member of the Green Lantern Corps is working on this, sir. Guy Gardner, John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, and Kilowog are probably my closest friends in the Corps. Those warp gates are projecting will get your zingers out the hundreds of inhabited worlds while they're still piping hot. Wow, it's insane that they were able to just get the whole entire Corps to basically promote KFC to the whole universe. Planet Oa. This is Hal Jordan, Green Lantern of Space Sector 2814. Operation Zinger is go. Capsules incoming in 3, 2, 1. Planet Helvin.
This is Green Lantern Bidig! Sector 1014. I see the warp gates opening.
Planet Grinda. Green Lantern still. Sector 3009. Outcome positive. Correction negative. Container empty.
Colonel, I'm getting reports from every space sector that all the capsules are arriving empty. Some cosmic varmint must have waylaid my zingers.
Planet Okara.
And if there's one thing I simply cannot abide, is a no good thieving varmint.
Smurf. Mine.
What are we waiting for, Green Lantern? Get this shit moving. Let's go catch us a zinger thief.
There's a better way, Colonel. My power ring has the ability to make a temporary copy of itself. My power will be split between us, but it's the best way for both of us to search the stars. I told you when we first met that a man of your indomitable will can make a fine Green Lantern. Now it's time to prove it.
Well, that's mighty generous, but if I'm doing this, I'm doing it my way.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Oh my god, yes. Let's go. There it is. The 12-piece power ring. He's in it. He's in it, baby. Look at that sinister smile. Oh my god, yes.
13.7 billion light years away.
What the?
That's the source wall, sir. The very edge of the universe. We'll start our search here and work our way back in.
Okay, but this seems like a criminal waste of real estate. Once we nail our bandit, I'm coming back to slap some billboards up on this thing.
Planet Rand, you're going to like this world's protector. He's from our neck of the woods.
Wow, I've seen amazing things out here, but I never expected to meet Colonel Sanders.
Adam Strange, at your service. I'm not sure who took the zinger, sir. Just as they came out of hyperspace, our instruments detected energy bursts near the red end of the spectrum.
Uh-oh. That means something to you?
Maybe, but we need to collect more evidence first. Planet Thanagar. Yes, we saw them. Look like friends of yours, in fact. Just as the capsules hit our atmosphere, several glowing orange creatures suddenly appeared and stole the contents. We tried to fight them, but the ghostly thieves were impervious to our weapons. Well, that confirms it. You gonna clue me in? Those orange ghost hot girls saw our energy constructs, sent by the only being with an orange power ring, Planet Okara. We will have to be careful. The Orange Lantern wields the power of an entire Corps. Fighting him is like taking on every Green Lantern.
He's a creature of pure greed. His needs and appetites can never be satisfied, and what he wants is everything. So what do you call this thieving orange sack of spit? Larfleeze. That'll be $3,457.50 plus whatever sales tax y'all have on this stinking mud ball. Mine! They're mine! And I want more! I want them all. I want all the zingers. Time you learn some manners, you low down dirty dog. I thought I told you to let me do the talking. Couldn't help it, son. Somebody had to do it. Defend yourself, Colonel. Use the power I lent you. Use the ring. Ah, the best defense is a good offense. This man is swinging drumsticks. Thought you said this critter was powerful. You hit Larfleeze. Nobody does that and lives. Nobody. Wait, who are you? Why do you smell just like zingers? That man's the source of all zingers, Larfleeze. You hurt him and you'll never see another zinger again. You will stay with me. You will make them only for me. You have no idea what it is to be Larfleeze. The constant aching need, the yawning emptiness inside. Only the zinger has ever made me feel satisfied, even for a minute. Larfleeze cannot live without it. Well, it's a good thing I know how you can have all the zingers you want, but it'd take a little effort on your part. Anything. See, I can't stay here and cook for you, Larfuzz. I got way too much going on back at the office. But what you can do, what actually makes sense, is to open up your own KFC right here in Okara. You can even get your orange lanterns to be your kitchen crew. KFC? That's right. This is how you can have all the zingers you want, just the way I'd make them. Yes, I'll do it. Of course, you're going to have to run the place up to my standards. Don't worry, we have an excellent training program. I'll have my people get in touch with your, people. I can't believe you fell for that. Oh, I meant every word. Better that he's busy here than out causing trouble. Now let's get home so I can write the contracts for my first Takara location. Right after we make one last stop, Planet Oa. And so, in recognition of your success at containing the threat of the Orange Lantern, the Guardians of the Universe hereby pronounce Harlan Sanders of Earth an honorary Green Lantern. 3 cheers for the Colonel! Achievement unlocked. Universal fame. Much obliged, Mr. Ganthet. I may not be a real space cop, but this is indeed an honor. Now I'd like to have a word about how you feed all these fine employees of yours. And that is the end of KFC Across the Universe. So we've reached the end of the trilogy, but I have a theory I want to propose. Kind of. It's a scattered theory, but just stick with me and hear me out. Colonel Sanders is not just a man. As mentioned before, he is dead, but he came back to aid the universe, right? How can he do that if he, again, his words, is a real man? This confirms that he's aware he's in a comic book. And if you pay attention, everyone, from heroes to villains, knows who he is. Except Larfleeze, who quickly changed his tune once he realizes that the Colonel is the source of all zingers. But the heroes look to him like he's some kind of idol, like their own personal hero, and the villains dare not even raise a hand to him. The only op that he has was Colonel Sunder, his evil doppelganger. And once they meet, Sanders puts all the pleasantries to the side. During his multiverse shenanigans, he would constantly drop the fact that he wants to recolonize. Let me tell you the definition of colonize. Quote, send settlers to a place and establish political control over it. And the recolonization doesn't even stop at his enemies. When visiting Bizarro World, Arla mentions that Bizarro Sanders needs extra recolonization. What's that mean? Extra. Which leads me to think Sanders has taken control of every world he visits. I mean, he has a mother box. He can logically do this and keep an eye on the dimensions that he conquers. His handkerchief can fold space, may I remind you. The only heroes you see work with Sanders is the Flash, who loves calories. He lives on calories. And if I have to remind you, look at him. This is some kind of evil Barry Allen. I might just not know the comic that this design comes from. That's true. But you can't tell me that's the symbol of hope or a symbol of good. That man has no eye. It's all black. His eyes are all black. He's evil. And Hal Jordan's the other one who works with him. And everyone knows that he's an idiot. He gets knocked out so much, he may have brain damage. You don't see Superman or Batman with the Colonel. And let's not skip over the fact that Colonel Sanders employs villains. He gave Mirror Master and Captain Cold a job. And Captain Cold is a manager of Night Shift now. He has liked the job so much, he is staying a villain, but yet working for Sanders. So this proves how truly afraid villains are of him. They didn't even try to help Sun or fight him. Again, a colonel is above a captain. Maybe they don't have a choice though. As the colonel sends his zingers to space to test if he can spread his greasy chicken beyond the stars. I thought maybe these guys smiling at the space station when Zinger 1 was crashing were just kind of like self-inserts. Or they don't have a choice but to smile. They have to be happy. Anytime you see the colonel around normal people, they usually have an uncanny grin. Almost like they're afraid to frown. Even this cameraman threatens to punch anybody who makes a joke about the colonel driving into a ball of fire. The only person to question him is this reporter, and she's quickly shut down when she sees the reaction this guy has after eating the space zinger. Ask yourself, if you're given a zinger that just crash landed from space, are you gonna eat it? This man ate it, no question. No question. And his eyes, oh my god. His face is gonna haunt my nightmares. Let's not forget that the Colonel was easily able to get Hal and every Green Lantern to stop what they're doing and help him spread the zingers across the universe. And what's crazy is, when he goes to the edge of the universe, he's not impressed by what he sees. He's actually ashamed that the source wall doesn't have a billboard for KFC. I mean, he's gonna use the source wall, the edge of the universe, as promotion for his zingers and his chicken. Like, who's gonna see that? And Hal doesn't even try to defend the desecration of this like ancient relic. It's like slapping a KFC sticker on the Mona Lisa. Hal Jordan's cool with it. Look at his smile. Look at this evil grin. He knows what he's doing. When Hal gives him a part of his own power, the Colonel's will is so strong, he can change the physical proportions of the ring into a 12-piece power ring. To a literal bucket of chicken with his image. I get it. He has strong willpower. There's not many lanterns that can do that. I think Hal even has a hard time changing the actual physical shape of his ring. So I'm proposing this. Could Colonel Sanders possibly be a deity? Some kind of god of chicken. He's something different. I think the zingers have some kind of control, but it's not just the zingers. I think the zingers are just cheaper to send across the universe than a bucket of chicken. I mean, he did only charge Larfleeze like $3,000 and something for it, plus sales tax. You saw the amount of zingers? That was $3,000 worth. If those were buckets of chicken, would cost hundreds of thousands, if not over $1 million. See, the Colonel has stated that the hard way is where his great power comes from, but in the diagram, it says his power comes from the 11 herbs and spices. I'm thinking that the Colonel wants to recolonize. Keep in mind, recolonize. He's already colonized everything once. He's doing this again. He's repeating this. He wants to recolonize all of the planet, which he successfully has already done. Like, that's why the heroes are all under his control, basically. Then he gets into the multiverse and starts going off about recolonizing the multiverse. It starts with Earth, it goes to the multiverse, and then it goes to the universe itself. The zingers, the 11 herbs and spices, it changes who you are. It makes you one of his followers, one of his disciples. Larfleeze, again, has the power of a whole Lantern Corps, ends up losing to the Colonel. Not in a fight, really. Well, he did get beat by a drumstick, but he loses through the power of the 11 herbs and spices. The second he learns that Colonel is the source of all zingers, he immediately drops what he's doing and begins listening to him like some kind of mind control slave. This is so much. This is too much. The Colonel is a deity. He is this godlike entity that's already died once and has come back a whole new thing. He's been reborn. He's colonized life and death itself. Excuse me, he's recolonized life and death itself. I mean, look at the contract he shows to Larfleeze. You cannot tell me that's not like signing your soul away. And the smile that Colonel Sanders has once he gets the power, once he gets some of the Green Lantern's power. It's so twisted and evil and downright disgusting. I mean, I feel like he could easily take over everything. Easily. But he doesn't do the easy way. He would just be another Sunder in that case. He chooses to do it the hard way. With hard work. By his very own hands and his mother box and his pocket space handkerchief. So next time you go to a KFC, you'll see exactly what I mean. The Colonel said it himself. So thanks for sticking with me. I think I need a drink and a zinger. Oh, wait. Did not mean to say that. His influence is beginning to spread into the real world. He is a real man after all. Not was. Currently still is. So please be careful. Holy shit. If he died in 1980, how is he the source of all zingers? They were invented in 1984. 4 years later, oh my Colonel, the DCU is in big trouble. Have a good night, if you can even sleep after learning all this. That's all, folks.